Is my screen visible? Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
So this is Visual Studio, and I'll again create a project, new project. And console application.NET framework. And here so yesterday the screen was it is not visible completely, right? So today I'll show like everything. So whenever we write a program and we want to execute, here we will click on the start button. So whenever we click on that, the execution starts. And here like we can open a new project or a new solution or new repository and etc. And here it will be a toolbox. In console application we don't use the toolbox. And this is the solution explorer where we can see all our classes, and if we have installed any new packages or any references, or if we want to create a new solution in another solution. Like yesterday we have created solution in another solution, right? Like that we can see whatever classes or references or packages we have in our project. And coming to control statements, generally control statements will help to make decisions. Like if we want to execute only certain code, like certain logic, we don't want to execute just simply, we want to give some conditions, then we will use control statements. And for in control statements we have few statements like if else if, like that. So for example, if you want to execute if else statement, so if else will allow you to execute different blocks of code. Like we'll give few blocks of code and we will tell that we want to execute program if my condition, if it meets my condition, then only the certain part of the code should be executed. So first int is a data type, and age is a variable here, and we are assigning a value. And if we want to execute, like in few conditions, we will say like if you are greater than 18, then you are an adult or you can vote. If not, you are a minor and you are not eligible to vote, like that. So if age is greater than 18, then console dot. And one more thing is that C#, it is a case sensitive. If you give it is automatically taking here. See, here it is giving you the error, and here from show potential fixes we can directly see like what are the options we have to fix that error. Like here it is giving, right, change console to console. It is a capital where it is a case sensitive. Console dot write line, and here we will give like if it meets our condition, then quote, else it is just like we have learned, right, business rules in CRM, where we will give like conditions. It should meet the condition, whenever we are giving some value in our fields, we are giving like few business rules, like where it should be greater, phone number should be 10 digits only, that too it should contain only numbers, like that. These are control statements, are same like business rules. Else console dot write line, you are not eligible to vote. So here we'll give a breakpoint. Breakpoint helps us to see the like output, and if you want to read the code, then it helps that code to break here, and we can see what is happening in our code. It has come to the next line. You are not eligible to vote. But why? Okay, we'll change here and we'll check the code. Or equals to. Here we have only given greater than, and here we didn't give equals to, but here to the variable we have assigned the value as 18 only. That is the reason it had given you the output as you are not eligible to vote. See, now it has come to the if block, and now it will show you like you are eligible to vote. And in the same pattern we will have a different block, like if it is equals to 18 only, then if else if block, if else if and else block. Here else if we will take another example also, like if it is 18, right, we can show like if the given number is greater than 18, then it will give you like number is greater than 18. And if age equals to 18, then equals to else less than 18. So here we will give as 17 and we will start. See, it has come to the, see, it is the age is less than 18. So here what happens is that in these conditional statements we are giving a condition like the code should be executed and the output should come whenever the logic meets my requirement. This is the conditional statements of if, else if and else blocks. And we will go to next topic like switch statements. We'll stop the debugging. Here the red, after starting it, if you want to stop the debugging, we will have a red button here, red icon. If you click on that, it will be stopping. And switch statements. Switch case statement will help you like it evaluates a variable and executes the code based on its value. Like if you want to execute from multiple there are multiple cases, but you want to execute based on your condition. So if you want to like take select a day or select a name of your week from particular day, it's like int day equals to 2, for example. And in switch case, here day and we'll give multiple cases. From multiple cases we want it to give you the output from the condition we have mentioned here, where case 1 and break. Monday. And in case 2, Tuesday, and break. So we'll give multiple cases like that, and we will see what output it gives when we want it to display the day of 2. And break. And if nothing works, like if the condition what we have given doesn't meet the cases which we have provided here, then it defaultly gives a, we will give here like default value also. Like if nothing meets our conditions, then defaultly invalid day and break. So here we will execute, like if we keep the break point, we can observe like the what output we have got in our console window. See, it has executed and it stopped near case 2 of Tuesday because we have selected day 2. That is the reason it has stopped near Tuesday. And here step into F11 will help you to step into the particular code like line to line, whereas step over will help you to step over, like it will jump from one logic to another logic directly without executing from line to line, like from method to method it will jump over. So here we will get the output like Tuesday, and now we will change day 2 as day 3 and save, and we'll check. See, it has stopped near the Wednesday. So this is how switch statement works. This is one of the control statement as well. And coming to loops, generally loops allow you to repeat a code, like a group of code or particular code multiple times until our condition meets. So let's see this. Am I clear, or is there any doubt? Okay. So in loops we have for loops, while loops, and also do while loops. All these are the different types of loops which will repeat the code multiple times until we get our condition, like until it meets our condition, or until if we get our output. It multiple times it repeats the code. So For example, for loop, we are seeing now for loop. In for loop, it is ideal when you know how many times the loop rotates, like when how many times it repeats the code. We know that exact count. So for int I equals to 0 and int I less than 5, I plus 6. Here we will give what our condition is. I. So we want the output of I. Here int I for initially value is 0 and I value should be like less than 5, and the how many times it is iterating, it will be incremented. See, initially there is no value here. Whenever we are stepping into it, it will see it is going through the loop, and here we can see the initial value of 0, and it gone through 2 times. The first time whenever it got executed, and second time whenever I have stepped into it, like we are again looping it. And here we have got 2. Third loop. See, and now we have got the loop had iterated like 4 times, and it comes out of the loop now. See, here certainly here the loop runs 5 times, printing the values from 0 to 4. So this is how for loops works. And the next loop is while loop. And here the while loop runs as long as the condition is true. Whenever we give a condition, and the loop should the logic should come out of the loop only when it meets our condition. For example, int I equals to 0 and while I stand 5 and I here we have given I equals to 0 and while I less than 5. So it should iterate until it meets our condition. So it will continuously iterate until the value of I is less than 5. It is giving I only because here we have given I in as a string. That is the reason it is displaying I as the output multiple times. Here if you want to stop the debugging, have to click on this to stop the debugging, and we can start again. See, here it is giving the numbers. It had come out of the rule whenever I is less than 5. Like whenever it has come to number 5, it had come out of the loop, and it is displaying numbers of 1 2 3 0 1 2 3 and 4. It iterates for 5 times and gives you the output. See, it has given like it also iterated for the 5 times to meet the condition here. Similarly, do while loop is also as same as while loop only, but it gives you the result whenever it is inside the loop itself. There is no much difference between while loop and do while loop here. And coming to next thing, exceptional handling. Generally we use exceptional handling to handle the errors. Like if you want to catch if there is an error like null reference error or index out of range, like if we given in our case in our switch loop we have given day 3, and if we want to display date 10, then automatically it gives an error like invalid day. Here we can get the output like invalid day because here we have mentioned it should display like that. But generally while we are writing a code in C#, we will get few errors that during runtime. So to catch errors, we will use exceptional handling in C#. Generally in exceptional handling we have 3 blocks like try, catch and finally. Let me write the code. So here what we have given, like in the array, int array, we want 3 digits, like 3 integers, and here we are writing a code like we want to display 5 numbers. Then it automatically gives like index out of range. It gives you index out of range exception, because we are requesting that to give more numbers than it has. So sometimes we can observe that exception. Sometimes it won't catch that exception, but we'll get an error. So in order to catch that, we will give a catch block, and here we will write like index out of range exception, and for that it is a object. And here we will give error plus message. So it will catch an error message and it will display for us in our code. And we will run the code and observe it. See, we are getting the error message. Index is outside the bounds of array. So here we have given an array of length of 3, and here we are requesting with a number of 5. So it has given you that index is out of the range. And to like if you want to execute it, however, but we want it to run, then we can write the program code in finally block. It will display the error, but it will execute. But it will not stop. It will not stop you there, but it will come to the finally block and it executes there. See, it is running here and it will display you the error, but it will not stop there. It will come to the finally block and it will get executed whatever the code you have written in the finally block also. This is how try, catch and finally blocks work. In the try catch, in the try block, we will write the code like what we want the code to execute, we write in the try block. And in the catch block, we will give the error message, like we will give a message where it should catch a error, and it will display a message. And this catch block executes only if there is an error. If there is no error, then it will not be executed. It will directly come from try block to finally block. Stop the debugging and start. See, it had given the output, and it directly came to finally block, and it will display the code or logic whatever we have written in our finally block. So this is how exceptional handling works. Am I clear? Like for control statements and loops and exceptional handling, or should I repeat anything? Okay. Here it is the output. Sorry. Here it works as an output box. It's like if we have any error, like, or whenever we run any code, if anything is failed, then it will show here like how many programs has been run successfully, or if anything has failed, like that we can see here in this output box. And the next thing is that object oriented principles, programming language. Oops, should I continue oops today, or we will see oops tomorrow? Or I'll give you an overview of oops, and tomorrow I'll give the examples. Okay. Generally, object-oriented programming is it organizes and designs around the objects. Like it is objects are generally instances of class, and which are blueprints of creating objects. Like here we have given an index exception. For that we have used this ex, right? Like that, in the classes, for the same methods or classes, we will give the objects. And in oops principles, there are important concepts like encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. And here we will create a class car, and make here model here. So in this case, here class car is a class, and we'll create a object. Generally, this class is it acts as a blueprint or instance of a object. Here class is used to define properties, methods and behaviors. Like object created from a class. Here car acts as a class, and for that class we will give objects. Let me comment this. See, here for this class car, we are now created a object. My car acts as an object to the class car. And now So here we have created a object for car for the class, and we are accessing the variables or like properties from class car through the object. See here, mycar dot make year. Here 2024, and mycar dot, see here we can see the properties of class like makeover and model. And here we can execute like so. Here it had raised the error because here we are accessing through object. We can't directly take properties from the class, and we can't concatenate with the string, and we can't display the output. So we have to mention our object and give the property like which we want to execute or which we want as an output. See here, car make year is 2024. Here we have got the output like we want to display the car make year, and also if you want to display car model, then my car dot mod, save and re-execute it. See here we have got the car make year and also car model. So this is how like class and objects work. Here car is a class and public make year and model acts as properties, and here we have given like in this method it also executes, but we are focusing on object creation. So while executing in the main method, here we have created object for the class car by which we can access all the properties of class, and here we can display like whatever we want or what exact date content we want to display, like make year and also model and color. If you want to display like color, then here we have to give string. It is a case sensitive, so string color, and here we can access like my car dot color equals to blue, and here dollar my car dot color, give a breakpoint and execute. Make year and model of the car and color of the car is blue. So this is how we create a class and create objects to that class, and we access the properties of the class. Is this topic clear? Tomorrow we will see like fields and properties and methods and constructors. Okay, am I clear? Okay. Thank you.